Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna give you my best 4 tips about how to read when you hate reading. So it's not a secret that the most successful people in the world are learning. They are reading, they're attending seminars, they are learning, they're expanding their horizon. So if we want to be one of them, then learning and expanding our horizon must be one of the most important parts of our lives. But how do we do that? How can we read when we hate reading? I think one of the most important things when it comes to reading when you hate it is actually not trying to overachieve. Maybe you watch some videos about how to read one book a week and you got motivated by them and you set yourself the goal of, I'm gonna read one book a week after this point. And when we look at your past, then it's not really likely that you are going to achieve this goal. So instead of trying to overachieve, let's just start with something small. Let's just start with 10 pages, 15 pages, 20 pages. And then when you are comfortable with scaling it up, and then we can scale it up. The reason why 90% of the people who are not succeeding in making this habit stick is they are just trying to do too much. They are trying to overachieve this, and because of the fact that they cannot keep going in the first to second months, which is where actually this habit gets formed, so they're not able to succeed in this habit. And if you can actually start with something small, then you are absolutely increasing the chances of becoming somebody who actually enjoys reading. So start small, start specific, and then when you are comfortable with scaling it up, and then scale it up. With this way, you are going to be able to build this habit in no time. My second tip is going to be actually starting with something that you like. This may seem like a really obvious tip, but as a person who read more than 70 books last year, I can easily tell you that the first and the second months are going to be the months that you're not going to enjoy reading. Reading is gonna feel like it's a chore, you're not gonna enjoy it, and it's gonna feel like it's hard. But if you can keep going in those 1 to 2 months, you are going to be able to build this habit. So what you have to do is just start with something that you like. If you like basketball, then there are a lot of things that you can read about basketball. If you like personal development or productivity like me, there are hundreds of books about personal development and productivity. And you can even start with reading some comics. The reason why 90% of the people are not succeeding in making this habit stick is they're trying to overachieve first of all, and then they are trying to read the things they are not enjoying. So let's have 2 different situations. The first one is reading 70 pages of philosophy every single day, and the second one is reading 15 pages of, personal development. So I think the second one is going to be a lot more doable. So what I'm trying to say here is just keep going in the first to second months. Don't try to overachieve, start with something that you like, and then after 2 months, you are going to be able to read whatever you want to read because the habit is already there. So until we build that habit, you have to start small, and then start specific, and then we have to scale it up. My third tip or trick about how to read when you hate reading is going to be actually listening to audiobooks. Listening to an audiobook is actually one of the great ways to learn something while you're doing something else. You may be doing some laundry, you may be running some errands, you may be commuting, you may be working out, and you can easily listen to an audiobook. This is what we call as habit bunching, but before we dive into habit bunching, let's do some easy math. So an average audiobook generally takes 10 hours to listen. Yes, I looked it up. The average is generally 10 hours. So because of the fact that the audiobooks are really slow, I personally tend to read it 2 times faster. And that means I just need 5 hours of listening to an audiobook to actually get it done. And I am somebody who works out in the gym 5 times a week for 1 hour, and that means if I can listen to an audiobook every single time that I'm in the gym, I'm going to be able to finish 1 book a week without actively taking 1 minute out of my day, which is insane. And this may be a little different for you. This may be maybe you are commuting to work 30 minutes and then you're coming back. This also makes an hour. It doesn't really matter how your life looks like. You can easily find some gaps where you can listen audiobooks. So this is what I've done, and it actually works pretty well. Audiobooks might be a perfect fit for you. Audiobooks may not be an awesome fit for you. I have a lot of friends that are really enjoying audiobooks, and I have also a lot of friends that are not really able to understand what's going on while they're working out and listening to a audiobook at the same time. So give it a try. Give it a try to Audible, not sponsored, but after 1 month, I think you can be able to tell the results. So listening to an audiobook is also another great way to read and learn while you actually hate reading. So my fourth tip is going to be basically using the method of habit bunching. Habit bunching is essentially combining a habit that already exists in your life with another habit that you're trying to build. So in this case, the habit that we are trying to build is reading. So let me give you an example from my personal life. So every single morning, right after I take my cold shower, I like to drink something hot. This may be coffee, this may be some kind of like a tea. And every single time I press the button to boil my water, so there is a book right next to my water. So every single time I am boiling my water, I'm generally reading a few pages. I combine the habit that I'm trying to build, which is reading, with a habit that already exists in my life, which is drinking something hot in the morning. This may not be the exactly same for you, but you can easily find habits that are already existing in your life and combine them with the habit that you're trying to build. This is not just for reading. You can easily bunch every single habit that you're trying to build. This may be exercising, this may be meditating or journaling, whatever it is. You can easily bunch habits however you want to connect them. But there is one more important point, and which is never say I'm gonna be reading whenever I can find the time to read. This is a phrase that already is showing us that you're not gonna be able to make this habit stick. As I mentioned before, the first and second months are gonna be the months that reading is not gonna be enjoyable. So you're not gonna enjoy reading, it's gonna feel like a chore. So what you have to do is, you have to keep going in the first to second months. And after you have built this habit, and then you can do whatever you want to do. So don't try to overachieve it. Start with something that you like, try audiobooks, and of course, don't forget the method of habit bunching. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you enjoy personal development content, productivity content in general, then don't forget to actually feel free to subscribe to this channel. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm gonna be making a 1,000 subscriber Q&A. So of course you can drop some questions about me, my channel, productivity, anything you want. I'm gonna answer all of those questions in the next video. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.